I feel like now I'm getting used to the fact that it is uncomfortable. I know things are going to be uncomfortable, and sometimes my mind is going to tell me things or play tricks on me just to keep me safe, and I have to override those messages and still push through and do the things that I know are uncomfortable for me. Hello everyone, what's good? We are back with another video. It is I, Trinity Jackson, also known as the world's very first Trinillionaire. Today I'm going to be talking to y'all about a personal challenge I gave myself about 6 months ago and what it's been able to do for me mentally and what it was like, and then how you can do the same thing if you're interested. I have been taking cold showers for 6 months. 6 months. I started close to the end of January, and now we are in July. Time is honestly flying, but I wanted to talk about why I decided to do this and what it was really like. So, initially, I had been reading David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me, and he goes into like the mental strength you really have when you tap into it and how your mind can overpower anything. As I was listening to the book, I was like, dang, he's hardcore. He's hardcore. And he did a lot of things to push himself in different ways. So I was like, hey, what's something I can do to push myself, to make me uncomfortable and do something I wouldn't naturally do? I was thinking about it for a couple of days. And I saw a TikTok about a woman who had been taking cold showers. And she was talking about, what it was like for her. And I was like, it's a cold showers. I said, okay, I could probably do that. One of my friends ended up coming to me about days after I saw the video, before I started even taking the cold showers, and told me he had started doing it too, just to put himself out of his comfort zone. So I said, you know what? I'm taking cold showers. Let's go. I would like to say that the first one was the most challenging, but I feel like the first week in itself is just all it's just a lot. What I realize is that as I'm turning the shower on and I'm looking at the water, you can't tell if water is hot or cold just by looking at it. The same way you can't tell if a pot is hot or cold by looking at it. So technically, I know it's just water, but I'm sitting there standing outside the shower, and I remember my first time about to go in there, and I had to have stayed. I think I stood there. I think I stood there for the better part of like 5 minutes procrastinating, thinking about what it was going to be like to get in the water. Literally opened the door and everything. And I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3. Didn't go. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Didn't even move a muscle. I kept doing little different countdowns to encourage myself to just go in there and get to it. I don't know what it was that finally made me go ahead and get in there, but after I got in, of course, you have the initial shock of, oh my gosh, this water is super cold, and you want to run to the back of the shower to where it, like, really can't even touch you. That's really where you have to push yourself to be like, no, I'm fine. Like, you're fine. You're not dying. This is good for you. This is good for you. This is good for you. And I kept telling myself that. I said, Trinity, this is uncomfortable. You need to do things that are uncomfortable. And it's so crazy how quickly your body will adapt to the water being cold, to the point where you can actually bathe, actually do what you would do in a regular shower. And the worst part of the whole process is always getting in. It's not necessarily the shower that's awful. I always found that once I'm in the water, I'm good. Once I'm in the shower, I'm chilling. I'm going to go ahead and then we're going to get into our regularly scheduled program. But your brain will really psych you out before you even make that first step, before you even feel a drop, before you even realize how cold it is. Your brain's going to try to psych you out. And that was the first thing I noticed. So I realized, of course my brain wants to keep me safe and things like that, but I'm fine. It's cool. This was good. It just goes to show, in every situation, sometimes when you're just nervous and extremely scared to do something, that's exactly why you should do it. It was extremely uncomfortable my first week, but after I did it the first time, I was able to tell myself, Trinity, you already did this once. That's my thing. If I do something one time, that is enough. That's all I need to show me that I can do it again. No matter if it's difficult or just frustrating, I know that if I did it one time, I can do it again, no matter how long it takes. But it's already been done. I already proved myself. I've already proven myself. I've already proven that this is within my realm of completion. So after I did my first cold shower, the next day I was at the front of it again. I was literally standing there watching the water run. And I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so cold. This is going to be so cold. I don't know if I can do this. I don't want to do this. Maybe I should stop before I even get started. It's only been one day. I can just act like it never happened. I'm telling myself all these reasons why I shouldn't do it. And then something just kind of overpowers me. And I'm like, no, Trinity, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now, do it now, do it now. Push myself in the water. Boom. Once again, you get in there. Whew, you gotta really force yourself to stay in it. At first, the goal was just to take the showers. Boom. Then after that, the goal was to get in the shower and not move for the first couple minutes, couple seconds. Let the water just run over you front and back, turning your body around consistently. I had to constantly be telling myself, all parts of your body needs to be this cold. Everything, you can't just have, oh, I've got my legs in there, but not my stomach or not my back. Nope, we're doing the circle. I'll literally catch myself standing at the back of the shower and force myself into the water. Super cold. And that's something. It's not like the water gets warm. As I said, you just adapt. The water is still cold. I get out of the shower and I'm like, whew, that was some cold water. But you're gonna adapt. Your body's gonna naturally start shivering and doing things to help you like generate warmth. And my first month, I was just like, wow, I can't believe I went this long without having hot water touch my body. And the fact that I've gone so long, it's now just a habit. It's a habit. It's something that feels natural. I didn't really do it for the benefits of just like of course, your hair, skin, and nails. Your hair, skin, and nails are gonna love it. My nails are super strong now. Like they're really strong. But that's not necessarily why I did it. I keep thinking about it's just so uncomfortable. And one thing I always think about is that you have to do what other people aren't doing. So when I think about it, nobody really knows that I'm taking cold showers. I remember I had posted about it when I first started doing it, but it kind of lingered off, and people may have thought, oh, maybe it's like or maybe they don't even think about it. They're not even thinking about it. They're not worried about it. No one's thinking about me. I'm doing my own thing. But in my own time, I'm doing something tiny to make me get comfortable being uncomfortable. So when I realized that it had been so long today, I was really just in the shower and I was like, this is crazy. Like now this is the norm. I can see myself doing this for the rest of the year. I mean, it's just regular now. I'm prepared. I'm like, okay, I need to start making it colder somehow. And it showed just the importance of integrity. Integrity is doing what you need to do even when no one sees you doing it behind closed doors. Because I already said I was going to take the showers. I said I was going to take cold showers. No one was there to hold me accountable, but I was doing it for myself. I knew that somehow, some way, in some shape or form, it was going to make me better. And now, to be this far along, it's definitely something, as I said, that I could even probably just continue. I feel like now I'm getting used to the fact that it is uncomfortable. I know things are going to be uncomfortable, and sometimes my mind is going to tell me things or play tricks on me just to keep me safe, and I have to override those messages and still push through and do the things that I know are uncomfortable for me. So that is what I've gotten from taking the cold showers, which is so crazy because it's a shower. You may think, oh, what's the big deal? Whatever, whatever. But how you do anything is how you do everything. So what I realized is that just me doing that is doing something that the old version of me would never do. Not only am I forcing myself to grow, I'm putting myself in a position where I have to get used to something that I don't necessarily want to do, and it's a shower. You can't even avoid it. On the days where I'm like, yo, there's still some days where I get next to it, I'm like, bro, I gotta take this cold shower. And I'm like, bro, but I mean, you got to shower though. So it's really like, what else are you gonna do? For some reason, I remember I was at a hotel visiting my mom, and the water in Florida doesn't get nearly as cold as it does in Houston. So it seemed like their cold water was warm. So it wasn't really a challenge or anything. It was just like a warm shower. And I was standing there. I said, "This is weird." I said, "It feels like I'm cheating or something." It's just weird. It just felt weird. And that's where the integrity came in, where I was like, even if nobody's in the shower with me, I know that for me, myself, I want to make sure I'm continuing to expand my boundaries. So even on the days where I don't want to take the cold shower, I don't have it in me to not do what I told myself I was going to do because it's not really for anyone else. I did this because I wanted to see growth from it. I wanted it to help me. I wanted it to benefit me. So I'm gonna tell you how you can get into it if you want to. If you want to take this on, it's a personal challenge. No one. I mean, you can post about it if you want to, but no one's really gonna know about it. It's a personal challenge that you would take on yourself. And if you want to do it, here are some things I recommend. Okay, so here's one of my mistakes I made when I was first getting into it. I would turn the water on and I'm looking at it as it's running and I'm overthinking it as it's running. Okay, so if you want to get into it, just go ahead and step in the shower and just turn the water on. Just shock your body and focus on just standing there. Just do not move. Stay here, stay here, stay here. When I was first getting into it, I would not get in without song music playing, without something to get my mind off of it, music, a book, something I can listen to get my mind off the fact that this water is super cold right now. All right. And then you can take just taking breaks, stepping out of the water, stepping in, not like getting out of the shower, but like going to the back of the tub, coming back to the front, but always taking like a full 360 rotation every single time, maybe like 3 or 4 or 5, and just pushing yourself to get used to it. Even if you're standing there shivering, which sometimes I'll literally be standing there like this, shivering, turning around, just focusing on just getting over with, getting a full bath. Do not start getting in there and BSing your shower, because that's going to give you all these negative ramifications, that we're not looking for. 3 washes, like wash your body 3 times, rinse, wash, rinse, repeat, 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 and get in that water every single time to fully rinse yourself off. You have to really get to the point where it's like, I know I don't want to do this, but this is going to help me grow. It seems weird, it's crazy, but if it's a challenge that you would want to take on, I would encourage it. I think everybody should try it for at least a week, at least a month. Watching yourself get used to something that seems so out of your comfort zone is just, it's encouraging, it's inspiring, and it makes you realize that there are other things that you may be overthinking that you can do too. So this is your sign to at least try taking cold showers. See how it is. See how it feels for you. Feel it out. Feel out the vibes. If you try it out, comment or tag me on Instagram at trend.illionaire and let me know how you liked it, hated it, loved it, and if you're going to keep going. Everyone have an amazing day. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more content.